Monday at 5 when a phony doctor is exposed.
Are you a licensed MD?
By Eyewitness News.
Who are you?
Sarah Wallace, Channel 7.
Wait till you see.
Would you like some mace in your face?
Are you threatening to mace me?
What happens next? Monday at 5, only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News. New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News this morning.
Jeopardy will not be seen tonight, so that we can bring you the following special program.
It's a boffo season at Broadway's box office. Join hosts Michelle Charlesworth and John Larroquette as they share the complete rundown of all the new shows that are drawing the big crowds. There are classic dramas, musicals where the dancing doesn't quit, and outrageous comedies playing to packed houses. Plus, we'll visit a famous Broadway haunt, see how a high-def version of a best musical comes to life, and check out an app that's got Broadway pros buzzing. It's all next on Broadway Backstage Spring Preview.
We all know spring came early this year to New York, and Broadway's new season also heated up fast. I'm Michelle Charlesworth. This is Broadway Backstage Spring Preview, and I'm thrilled to have the great actor John Larroquette sitting right beside me.
Thank you. I'll accept that adjective, but thank you.
Great.
It's
Great
nice
is
to be
good.
here. Yes, it's fine.
You made your Broadway debut last year, and already you are a Tony winner for How to Succeed in Business and lead an all-star cast in this season's Gore Vidal's The Best Man. Is it safe to assume that you have now been bitten by the Broadway bug?
Yes, I believe that it is an incurable disease, one that I don't mind having, and so I will continue to do it as long as somebody asks me to do it.
Good for you. Good for us. Better for us.
Thanks.
Well, we're going to talk about The Best Man in just a minute, but it is not the only revival that has people buzzing. The stars came out for the opening of Eugene O'Neill's masterpiece, Death of a Salesman, starring Philip Seymour Hoffman and directed by Mike Nichols.
It's such a great play, and I think it's really about America, and I think we all see our families in a play like this, no matter our uncles, our dads, our grandpas, everybody's struggling to be okay.
The great American play, our most important American director, beautiful actors, a night to remember.
You must be Stanley. I'm Blanche.
Oh, Stella's sister.
Yes.
Hello.
Another American classic, Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire. It's the latest of many revivals of this landmark drama, and this time a multicultural cast gives audiences a whole new perspective.
They'll see different rhythms than they're used to seeing. They'll see a different texture. It's very specific to what Tennessee Williams wrote, i.e. the French Quarter of New Orleans. It's not generic South.
Not once did you put a wool over this boy's eyes. You come in here and you sprinkle the place with powder and spray perfume and cover the light bulb with a paper lantern, and lo and behold, the place has turned into Egypt, and you are the queen of the Nile sitting on your throne and swilling down my liquor.
You're seeing this play, same incredible, poetic, beautiful, brutal, and human words that Tennessee Williams wrote, but you're seeing it through a unique prism.
Well, I am proposing myself as a leader, so I assume you're endorsing me for the nomination.
Hell no.
Gore Vidal's The Best Man is proving to be one of the best thanks to an all-star cast including James Earl Jones, Candice Bergen, Eric McCormick, Angela Lansbury, and of course, John Larroquette. Plus a well-crafted story about power, ambition, a presidential campaign, and dirty politics.
So you're openly confessing collusion.
Joe, shut up! Artie Hochstetter was right when he said you're not very sensitive to people. You were so busy trying to win. You never stopped to think about what it is you're winning.
I'm just trying to stick to the issue at hand. I don't believe in indulging in personalities.
Come off it, Joe.
I was blown away, saw the show, loved it. What makes a show about politics in the 60s so relevant today?
I think basically the fact that politics really hasn't changed since the 12th century. So when you look at the motives of people and their goals and what they're willing to do to get elected, that's really what it's about. How far are you willing to go to win? And I think that's still true today.
What do you like to do after the show?
I eat. First of all, I eat because I usually don't eat before the show, so I'm rather ravenous afterwards, and I eat, and then I sit in my apartment and read.
Well, for a lot of Broadway veterans, it's time to gather at a local watering hole.
And of course, you know, one of the most famous is Joe Allen. And also, my favorite dancer in the world, a very talented Charlie Williams, who appeared with me in How to Succeed in Business, gets us in the door anytime.
Thanks, John and Michelle. This is West 46th Street, also known as Restaurant Row, and home to Joe Allen, a true Broadway institution. Let's check it out. So, Joe Allen, the man himself. Tell me about the restaurant. When did you guys open?
We opened in 1965.
Tell me about the Wall of Flops, though. That's what you guys are also known for.
It started as a joke. I mean, it immediately became very popular.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of our trademark. In the beginning, the qualification was it had to cost more than $500,000 and run less than a week.
We have several customers who love to sit under their poster.
Yeah.
They come in and they have their table and they want to sit under their poster of their flop show.
And all of these shows lost a pretty great deal of money, I'm
Yes.
sure. If they, I
Yeah.
mean, some of the shows ran 0 performances,
Exactly. Some of them didn't even make it past previews or closed after their first performance.
Right? Right.
Yeah.
Talking about Breakfast at Tiffany's is one of those. They didn't even
They had
open.
no-
And that's Mary Tyler Moore. You'd
Mary
think
Tyler
that
Moore, yep.
that would help it out, but obviously, not. So you get a lot of famous people eating here after their shows. Do they usually get left alone? It's good for privacy?
Yeah, I think most of the customers are pretty respectful. They may notice and look around, but they're respectful and they kind of get it's not cool to bother the celebrities while they're eating dinner. Our most popular dish is the calf's liver by far. People come in specifically to eat that on a regular basis.
Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of calf's liver, but luckily for me, their burgers are just as...
We have a show tonight, and that's at the Schoenfeld Theater on West 45th Street, so I'll eat after.
All right, I got it. All right. When we return, a little musical that is getting a lot of attention.
This special presentation of Broadway Backstage Spring Preview is sponsored by Toyota and Ashley Furniture.
It's BOGO time at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Get huge buy one, get one half off savings this week only. Choose any sofa, get 50% off the love seat. Buy a bed, table, or chair, and take 50% off the next piece. Hurry, BOGO savings ends Sunday at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. And right now, you can lease Sienna for just $279 a month, or lease Venza for just $239 a month. Plus, get $500 bonus cash when you lease Venza.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Play $1 Million Scratch, the new scratch-off game from the New York Lottery.
A simple pub in Dublin. The characters, all accomplished musicians, and the audience is literally invited to belly up to the bar before the curtain goes up.
When your mind's made up, when your mind's made up.
Once is All Heart, a love story between two soulful street musicians.
When we get to play the most incredible music, and so to have the opportunity to play this music every night and go on this journey together, I think it's infectious.
I think it's all about simplicity, and what we're doing up there is very simple. There's no tricks, there's no bells and whistles, nobody's flying. We're just presenting really a love story.
And of course, there's that haunting melody that took home the Oscar, Falling Slowly.
In Ghost, based on the 1990 hit film, the love story is more complicated. A banker's girlfriend is protected by his ghost and a reluctant psychic as his killer closes in. A hit in London, high-tech illusions help bring the story to life.
Also transferring from the West End, End of the Rainbow. stars Tracy Bennett in a breakthrough performance as Judy Garland.
And we can bury her, Mickey. We can put Judy Garland deep into the ground and never see her again. Talk, talk, talk when the motor. Bump, bump, bump when the race.
Tomorrow. A homegrown hit is Disney's Newsies. After a smash run at the Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey, there was no stopping them from making it to Broadway.
The odds of getting to Broadway is so gigantic as it is. So when you pull something off like that, you have the right to be proud. And these kids are really proud of the hard work they've done, and we're proud of them. The Newsies is just the most energetic, exciting show that I've seen in years. It's got that dance that we think of as Broadway, but don't get to see a lot.
Are we just gonna take what they give us?
The family film that helped launch the career of a young Christian Bale has always had a loyal following. Street-savvy kids taking on the titans of the newspaper world. Now, as a big dance extravaganza, it has Broadway audiences cheering.
I mean, everything that you could possibly want from a Broadway show. You have every emotional aspect. You're going to be crying, you're going to be laughing, you're going to be moved.
In The Columnist, the newspaper game is explored from a different angle. John Lithgow is the powerful conservative journalist Joseph Alsop at the dawn of the 1960s.
What on earth has gotten into you, Stuart, listening to college students? Since when did you give two about the so-called opinions, i.e. the knee-jerk juvenile fancies of a bunch of long-haired teenage radicals? I certainly don't. They don't know politics. They don't know history. They don't know anything.
He's a very complicated and prickly man, but captivating. I mean, people loved him and hated him and feared him. He provoked all kinds of reactions.
3 years ago, Memphis won a Tony for Best Musical, and it is still going strong.
And it may be getting stronger thanks to a new high-def DVD that captures all of the show's energy and excitement. Memphis is the first Broadway show to release a DVD version while it is still up and running, but capturing the essence of live performance on tape is no easy task.
I thought, wow, really? Sure? Okay. You know, it's like 5 different reactions in one reaction. But ultimately, you get excited about being able to preserve the work in a way that you can't necessarily do in the theater.
It can be captured in a way that makes it just as exciting an experience. It's just as legitimate and just as theatrical. Because of high definition, because of the variety of camera angles, because of the use of the jib and the steady cam that flows down the aisle, it's a little more intimate to begin with.
Memphis takes audiences on a soulful ride using great music, great performances, and a unique storyline to tackle serious issues like race relations.
Don Roy and his team shot the show over 5 nights so that they could catch every single bit they wanted to catch in order to put together the right temperament for the show.
On tape, we capture angles and reaction shots and some specifics that you won't see on the fly as you sit out here in the house, 30, 40 yards away from the action. And there are heart-wrenching moments that we get the opportunity to get up close and see what's happening right in here.
Contrary to popular opinion, a digital version of a stage show doesn't dissuade folks from wanting to experience it live and in person.
I have people at the stage door practically every day who have their copy of the DVD. So it used to just be the cast album. Now it's the DVD, and we're delighted to know that people can experience Memphis in that way.
Still ahead, more toe-tapping musicals.
And comedies, always close to my heart.
It's BOGO time at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Get huge buy one, get one half off savings this week only. Choose any sofa, get 50% off the love seat. Buy a bed, table, or chair, and take 50% off the next piece. Hurry, BOGO savings ends Sunday at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Want better gas mileage? Come to Toyota's Save in May sales event and get amazing values from the company that offers more vehicles with a 40 combined MPG rating or higher. Right now, lease Corolla for just $149 a month, or get 0% APR on Corolla, or lease Camry with a class-leading MPG rating for $199 a month.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Next live, Cameron Diaz from What to Expect When You're Expecting.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Plus, the latest Idol cast-off and guest co-host Michael Strahan.
Watch live, Monday morning at 9.
Monday on Eyewitnesses this morning. School's almost out, and you're going to need a plan to keep the kids entertained. Great money-saving ideas that'll also help kids stay sharp.
Plus Joe Nolan's commuter alerts, Monday at 4:30 a.m. on Eyewitness News this morning.
Welcome back to Broadway Backstage Spring Preview, the makeup aisle.
From the latest play to get fans cheering is the unlikely story of two larger-than-life hoop heroes. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird transformed the game of basketball, and now their story is transforming Broadway. Their fierce rivalry and unusual friendship plays out on stage in a show that's drawing a different kind of crowd.
I'm not normally a Broadway guy. This is definitely drawing me in. I just wanted to know the truth.
An incredibly cool thing to take my son to, and then I thought this would be a great thing to take my friends and their sons to.
Men are coming out to the theater, and it's great, and they get their jerseys on or suit and ties, whatever. It's so tremendous, and we still are in disbelief, both of us, but it's great.
Never been anything like this, but been competing with Irvin for 30-some years, and it's been a long ride, but it's been a lot of fun.
Adding to the drama is Magic's personal struggle. When he announced to the world he was HIV positive, his popularity took a nosedive.
I'm finding out who my friends are, LB. I had a lot of friends.
Yeah, I grew up with these guys that are similar ages, and this is right in my wheelhouse. I mean, this pumped me up when I played tennis, and to see these guys have their names on Broadway, that's pretty cool.
Creating a different kind of excitement is Leap of Faith, a rousing tale about a con man preacher who trades salvation for a donation to his traveling ministry. Here's a peek at an early rehearsal.
The Lord's going to make you a miracle tonight, Emma. Yes, He is. Yes, He is.
It's a piece about redemption, about what we deserve in our lives. It's a piece about faith in yourself, in someone else, in God. And you get a sense of how amazing it is to be alive.
Jesus Christ Superstar debuted on Broadway 41 years ago, but the newest production offers a fresh take on the 2,000-year-old tale.
Another musical revival on the boards this spring, Evita, the tragic story of Eva Perón's climb from the slums of Argentina to the presidential palace.
Martin plays the role of Che, who relates Eva's story through his own eyes.
A brand new musical, Nice Work If You Can Get It, takes place in the roaring 20s and is chock full of familiar Gershwin tunes.
Just imagine someone waiting at the cottage door.
Oh, they're beautiful. You can't get them out of your head is the only bad part. But they're absolutely, I feel honored that I'm allowed to do it. It's great.
The songs and scenes were honed during rehearsals with Matthew Broderick as a playboy on the eve of his wedding and Kelly O'Hara as a street-smart rum runner.
You want to buy some more hooch?
Oh, no more hooch. I'm getting married tomorrow. Hurrah. And you know why I'm marrying her, never you mind?
Because you love her. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this role was because I am always playing the feminine, very kind of ingenue girl. This girl's spunky. She's a street girl, and I love that because I don't always get to do that. Someone to watch over me.
There are so many intricacies that go into staging a play or musical, like hours spent on blocking.
One moment in a show that goes by in 30 seconds can take months to orchestrate. But like most things in the world, there's an app for that.
Backstage Right is an app that allows you to easily create an icon for each of the actors in your production, and you create charts, basically snapshots of each moment in the show. It's not uncommon to have over 4,000 of those snapshots from above.
Designed by Associate Director and Choreographer Jeff Whiting, the software eliminates the need for the handwritten, bulky Bible that the entire cast depends on.
It's the most user-friendly thing imaginable. It's a godsend for an actor. It's just a perfectly accessible record of all of the tracks and movement and choreography and costumes and all that. It's revolutionary.
For directors like Susan Stroman, it allows her creative vision to be preserved.
For me, it's a very big deal to maintain a show really well and give that audience 5 years later the exact show from opening night. Because not only are steps written down, but motivation is written down. It's a wonderful map of an entire show.
Very cool.
And still ahead, laugh out loud comedies and the newest twist on the beloved classic Peter Pan.
It's BOGO time at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Get huge buy one, get one half off savings this week only. Choose any sofa, get 50% off the love seat. Buy a bed, table, or chair, and take 50% off the next piece. Hurry, BOGO savings end Sunday at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
I got the mild.
You didn't get the spicy?
It said like a mild spicy, like a medium mild. I don't even know what that means.
Popped enough?
Yes.
Want to check the dog again? You want a little sippy drink? You know, a little bendy straw? Good. And it's all hunky-dory?
Ready to
Yes.
go. You go to the bathroom?
I'll hold it.
Okay, Tribeca Film On Demand proudly presents.
We bring Tribeca to your home whenever you want. Passionate about movies? We invent ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. Right now, lease RAV4 for just $189 a month, or get 0% APR financing for a full 60 months on RAV4, or get $750 cash back.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long, so what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
If you're a real New Yorker, you watch Eyewitness News. Bill Ritter.
He's someone you can trust. Sade Bader-Noir.
I feel like you're in good hands.
I love Eyewitness News.
Bill Ritter and Sade Bader-Noir on Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
Eyewitness News #1 in New York.
But I'm not sure I want to continue.
And Raven Simone is getting into the habit.
And a different lion is holding court at the Court Theater. Linda Lavin is the caustic matriarch of the Lyons family.
He just seems to me to be just a little bit retarded. Not excessively. Jeremy? Moderately a little.
Why would you say that?
Well, it's not a criticism.
Well, the play's about family. The play's about a relationship, a marriage of 40 years that has, by their own admission, never been. I'm reading home decorating magazines.
I don't want to just dry up and crumble away, so you can either participate or you can just complain.
I'm dying, Rita.
Yeah, I know, but try to be positive.
When a script makes me laugh and cry in the same moment, I see somebody dealing with pain and dealing with it with either self-deprecating or nagging humor, and it's very rare to get that kind of writing. Then I knew I had to do it.
Our children are a disaster. Lonely and terrible. I blame you.
A British farce has crowds at the Music Box Theater laughing out loud. One Man, Two Governors is a slapstick adventure following leading man James Corden as he desperately tries to keep his two bosses apart and his stories straight.
He did die, did he?
He did.
Well, what did he die of?
He was diagnosed with diarrhea, but he died of diabetes.
He died of diabetes, did he?
He did, didn't he?
Were you there?
When
he was diagnosed with diarrhea, but died of diabetes?
No, I was in Didcot.
The season's other farce is Don't Dress for Dinner. Cheating spouses, unexpected house guests, and mistaken identities add to the confusion and fun.
You mean it isn't her?
Oh, of course it isn't her.
Well, if it isn't her, who is it?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Who are you?
I'm his girlfriend.
Sitcom star Jim Parsons returns to New York. Later this month, he takes on the role Jimmy Stewart made famous, starring in Harvey, a sweet man with a 6-foot invisible rabbit as his companion.
A pirate with scads of panache.
Peter and the Starcatcher is an innovative take on Peter Pan's backstory. Cast as Captain Hook is Christian Burl of TV's Smash.
The stash is on everyone's lips. Why, is that the Queen's trunk you're sitting on?
Yeah, the Queen's trunk, totally. Molly Astor told me to protect it.
From who?
Pirates like you.
But we have all the fun.
You do?
Absolutely. A little swash, a bit of buckle, you'll love it more than bread.
In Clybourne Park, 7 actors play 2 sets of characters in a neighborhood that undergoes radical changes from the 1950s to today.
I don't like the tone this is taking.
Okay, let's imagine if the tables were turned, huh? Suppose a number of white families started marching into their community. Actually, that might be to your advantage. How? Evil invaders who are appropriating their ancestral homeland.
I am sorry. This is the most asinine. Half of my friends are black.
What?
To help you to plan your night at the theater, go to 7online.com/Broadway for details on all the shows and learn how you can win tickets to one of them. And thank you.
2-hour series finale.
I've selected a few outfits that just scream acquittal.
Black and white stripes.
2 of the juiciest shows on TV
We can both have our beefcake and eat it too.
are going out with a...
That's great.
and doing what they do best.
Like whooping some butt.
Sunday is all new, starting at 9/8 Central on ABC.